Hi everyone, so today we're making stuffed portobello mushrooms. And here's your ingredient list for today. This will serve 2 to 4 or one very hungry person. Here we go. We're going to prepare a baking pan with some parchment paper, and I had a client give me a good tip one time. I used to crumple this and then add oil. Instead, she said add water. It's cheaper. So we wet it a little bit and then crumple it up, and that's going to help it to stay in place. Give it a good crumple. And it's much cheaper than using our precious olive oil. And that will keep it, with the water side down, that'll keep it in place. Okay. So over here I have 4 cleaned portobello mushrooms. If you want to know how to do that, take a look on my website. I have instructions, a video instruction on how to do that. We're going to drizzle it with some extra virgin olive oil on both sides. And I like to be generous with the olive oil. Talk about fat in a different workshop, but this is a very good thing to keep in your diet. We're going to then sprinkle it with some Himalayan pink or Celtic sea salt, and we want these to have lots of flavor, so we're going to do, you don't want to be too stingy on the salt. And then we're going to pop them in the oven. We're going to bake them for 30 minutes in a 400-degree oven. And check on them occasionally. You might need it a little less, but 30 minutes is about right. Now what I have over here is a stainless steel pot. You can use a cast iron pot or skillet rather. And I've already warmed it up. The olive oil's in it. We're going to add the red onions and the red peppers, which have already been diced. And you want to keep the temperature on low. Remember, we never cook on high heat. It's nice and low heat. Medium is the max that you'd want to go. To that, after we start to smell the fragrance of the onions, we're going to add into that the sun-dried tomatoes, and then get that working together. My mushrooms are now finished, and I'm going to add in my spinach or kale, whatever leafy green you'd like to put in there, and you just want to wilt it. So you're going to go ahead and let it steam for about 5 minutes tops. It'll go very quickly, and then you're going to blend it all together and mix it thoroughly so that all the flavor of the tomatoes and the peppers and the onions gets around that spinach. To that, I like to add a little tartness. So I've got some apple cider vinegar, some Bragg's apple cider vinegar, about 2 capfuls, or to taste, I generally add about 2 capfuls. This is going to give us a little saltiness by adding some feta cheese, which is totally optional, but I am using a sheep feta, so it's very easy to digest. If you are a vegan, just keep the cheese out. But you definitely want to season it, make sure that it's seasoned well. So season it with some salt, and then you're going to add maybe about a tablespoon of granulated garlic in there as well. And then we're just going to start piling it up on our mushrooms. This is so full of flavor. It is a really great recipe the next day. And I'm just topping them off with a little bit of Asiago. Again, if you're vegan, skip this step. It'll be delicious without it. As long as you've seasoned it well, we're going to pop it right back in the oven just for about 2-3 minutes, and then serve. Enjoy.